Hello again. Coming up next in Prime 7 local news. On the first day of winter, it's officially snowing in the central west. The blistering cold temperatures mean fires and heaters, but we're urged to stay safe when keeping warm. Free flu jabs begin today for anyone over the age of 6 months. Soft plastic bags now officially banned, but some local businesses say they've already got rid of them. Ford fans raise money for an important cause. And in the national news, the economy defies the odds, but is the recovery enough to help households? And innocent bystanders duck bullets in a wild service station shootout. That's Prime 7 local news. We'll see you in a couple of minutes.
This is Prime 7 local news.
Tonight, snow still falling across the region with blizzard-like conditions set to stick around. Locals urged to be safe and alert while staying warm as winter well and truly arrives.
I'm Kirstie Fitzpatrick. Later this news hour, a lot of firsts as the new look Anthony Albanese government is sworn in and a family pleads for answers 15 years after a fatal punch.
Now, Prime 7 local news.
Good evening. The snow that's been falling for the last 24 hours across the central west is still hanging around tonight. The falls, which have certainly been beautiful, have brought blizzard-like conditions to the region, along with a number of warnings from local authorities. Ruben Spargo joins us now. And Ruben, these conditions are expected to stick around.
That's right, Maddie. Temperatures will remain in the single digits for the next few days, and there's plenty of rain and wind on the forecast too.
Because showers are set to redevelop across the west on Friday. Another cold front comes through southern New South Wales on Saturday and again on Sunday, and that'll bring more showers to the ranges as well as low-level snow.
But all that being said, the chilly and wet conditions didn't keep snow hunters from getting out and about today.
The Central West transformed into a winter wonderland. A dumping of snow overnight blanketed places like Meadowflat and Oberon. Ruben Spargo, Prime 7 News.
Across the central west, many towns were hit by the snow. In Meadowflat, Peter Evans' dogs enjoyed a good frolic in the paddock while there was still plenty of food to be found on this farm. Millthorpe is also blanketed by the white stuff. Van Nguyen's home was a lot warmer than the garden he was filming. And finally, in Oberon, no problems for our animal friends despite the snow. And we're not the only ones feeling the cold today. Animals across the region are being hit by the snow, wind and rain too, with a sheep graziers warning in place for the region. New South Wales farmers say there are things we can do to protect our livestock.
I think anyone who's got, unfortunately, say lambing at the moment, or calving, they'd be moving stock into a paddock where there's a bit of shelter from the wind, particularly if sheep are not long off shears.
And with the cold weather well and truly here, some locals might have been caught off guard, but there's plenty we can do to stay warm and do so safely. Christopher Tan joins us now. And Chris, what tips do emergency services have for us?
Well, Maddie, I spoke to local fire and rescue today who are encouraging residents to keep warm by the fire if they have one, but to make sure their smoke alarms are in working order. They say to remember those basic but life-saving messages like keep looking when cooking, also ensuring we keep objects away from fireplaces and heaters. And police had an important message for those looking to hit the roads this week too. It only takes a matter of minutes for this to become this.
There's a lot more house fires we find in the winter months, just purely because people are trying to heat their homes, especially in this region.
Christopher Tan, Prime 7 News.
Staying on all things weather, it's time now to check in with Kirstie Fitzpatrick. And Kirstie, what a 24 hours.
I know, it's been freezing. Maddie, hello to you and good evening, everyone. Winter has welcomed us right on cue today. Snowfalls have been seen around Oberon, Blaney and, of course, Mount Panorama in Bathurst was blanketed in white this morning. Another cold start for the first day of June. Just after 6:30 this morning in Orange, it felt like -10, and we haven't left those feels-like temperatures out of the minuses. They've remained stayed in them all day. Even at 2 p.m, we reached 5 degrees. It still felt like -4. Strong blustery winds, once again, that main feature, and that is what's making it feel so cold at the moment. In the west, Dubbo reached 12 degrees, but it felt like just 5.5 with wind gusts more than 40 kilometres an hour. Tomorrow, some sunshine. It is ahead of showers to end our week, though. I'll have all our details very soon, Maddie.
Looking forward to it. Thanks, Kirstie. See you in a couple of minutes. Still to come in Prime 7 local news. Flu shots are made free across the state for the month of June. And lightweight plastic shopping bags now banned in New South Wales.
I'm Kirstie Fitzpatrick. Later this news hour, the Prime Minister's New Look ministry is sworn in amid a major portfolio shake-up. $1 million award over a fatal coward punch. Police raise the stakes to solve a cold case. And customers dark as bullets fly in a wild service station shootout.
A Sydney man has been charged over a fatal multi-vehicle crash near Cobar. Late on Monday night, a ute, a road train and a four-wheel drive Jeep collided on the Barrier Highway. The 41-year-old driver of the ute died at the scene. 2 other drivers were taken to hospital for mandatory testing, but police allege the 28-year-old driver of the Jeep refused. He was later charged with a string of offences, including negligent driving, occasioning death, and will front court later this month. An Australian energy provider has warned its customers ahead of time that their bills are set to double. The unusual decision comes ahead of a major spike in prices set to hit the country from July 1.
They burst onto the energy market promising cheaper prices.
With Reamps, you get the same power as the big power companies without any crap.
But now
we set this up to save people money, to make it better for our customers, make it better for the planet.
Hamish Southwell, Prime7 News.
Today marks the end of the road for single-use plastic bags across the state. It's part of the government's plan to stop plastic ending up in our waterways and the environment.
Out with the old and in with the new. As of today, we'll no longer be able to access lightweight plastic shopping bags anywhere in New South Wales.
Still to come in Prime 7 local news, Orange Mountain Bike Club hosts the first round of the Interclub Series, and hundreds of Ford fans take part in a tribute cruise for a good cause.
Welcome back. Orange Mountain Bike Club have played host to riders from all over in the first round of the Interclub Series. It saw hundreds of bikes hit the track at Lake Canobolas, with riders battling some very slippery conditions.
Some of the best mountain bike riders from around the state have tried their hand at Orange's tracks. Macraith Snare, Prime7 News.
The streets of Bathurst were lined with Ford performance vehicles for a very important cause. The Ford Falcon Tribute Cruise made the trek from Sydney all the way to Mount Panorama, raising money and awareness for domestic violence.
Ford fanatics from all over Australia have descended on Bathurst's Mount Panorama. In the past, the tribute cruise has been for Ford Falcons only, but this year, Fords of all shapes and sizes were invited to take part.
Still to come in Prime 7 local news, Kirstie Fitzpatrick will be back with your local weather details. Welcome back, everyone. Well, cold and blustery winds have seen snowfalls across parts of the central tablelands today. The cold front and low pressure system causing this wintry blast is moving east. As a high pressure system arrives from the west, this will keep skies mostly sunny tomorrow ahead of a trough forecast to bring showers through Friday and into the weekend. Now, across the central west, up to 25 millimetres could fall over the coming 8 days. It is likely to be heaviest on Sunday and mainly for the central tablelands. Tonight, though, damaging winds are still a risk, with a severe weather warning in place for parts of the east. Let's take a look across our region tomorrow, and we will see the return of some sunny skies. Patchy frost in the morning, though, as temperatures dip to around freezing for most of us in the east. During the day, remaining chilly as well. Orange reaching 9 degrees. While that is double what our maximum was today, we will still have those cool southwesterly winds, which will likely impact how those temperatures feel once again. Bathurst heading for 12 degrees. Showers Showers are expected to return on Friday, though, with the arrival of that trough. 5 to 8 millimetres at this stage, likely through the afternoon and evening. Cloudy and grey during the day as well, with a light northwesterly breeze. In Coonamble, 14 our maximum, 12 degrees at Cowra, and Young expecting a maximum of 11. And it will be much the same for our Saturday too, with overcast skies around and some morning showers. 1 to 3 millimetres of rain. A bit of a wind shift on the way, though. Those winds could reach up to 30 kilometres an hour out of the north and northwest, so not as strong as the last few days, but they could still have a gusty conditions at times. Lithgow expecting a maximum of 9 degrees and Mudgee a top of 12. If we look now to the next 7 days into next week, unfortunately we will see those temperatures gradually decrease and slip away once again. The same for Orange. We could see a top of 2 next week. We're a little way off that yet though. Enjoy the next few days while they're here. It's still going to be cold. At least there might be some sunshine tomorrow, maybe.
Yeah, I don't think I can look that far ahead. That's making me nervous. Thanks, Kirstie. See you later. And that's your local news for tonight. Thanks for watching. You can join the debate on our Facebook page and you can catch up on our website or at 7plus. Stick around for your national news with the new reward to find a one-punch killer on the run for 15 years.